Welcome back to Masculine Scrapping. Today we're going to work on the second spread from the George H.W. Bush Presidential Museum in College Station, Texas. This was designed using Cricut Design Space. I used the pen feature to create the presidential logo, and I'm actually very happy with the way that has turned out. This spread really is about office spaces from the museum, and then also the presidential vehicles. And of course there's the 4141 train, which brought his casket across the country and actually all the way to College Station. So a pretty cool feature of the museum. We'll start with this page here, and I'm going to use this dark paper. It has a little, usage damage at the bottom. So I think what I'm going to do is just cut that off, and then that way I can start with a nice clean edge. And I'm just going to put the photo straight onto it. You can see that I have cut down some of the photos. I don't always do this. I tend to get stuck on 4x6 blocks, and sometimes I just want to get more pictures on. And so I have started doing some cutting of them, and you get a few more in, and if it's just the important parts, you can see how thin this one is. This is a presidential boat, and didn't need to keep it real thick because there was a lot of floor and window in there. Same here with the limousine. And so just decided to cut them down so you can see the most important parts of the picture. And then of course the presidential helicopter. And there we go. Get those all in place. And one more picture of the train. I have always loved trains, and I've been to a lot of presidential museums, never one with a train, so I needed to make sure I got some great pictures of that. So now we'll just cut along the edges here. Actually, probably cut that the wrong way. I probably should have cut this way first so I have a thicker length of 12, but it is what it is. I think I'm just gonna, that's about the same, so I'm just gonna set it in there. Quite a bit of adhesive. All these photos on it can be pretty heavy. It shows the blues because there were a lot of dark pictures here, and I think it kind of helps it stand out. So. And I want to go ahead and put, this is, you might recognize this as the leftover torn edge border from the last project. Often when I've got several things in theme, I will keep reusing the papers. It helps to tie it all together. Probably my favorite one of that is what I did with the Freedom Trail in Boston, and keeping a line of bricks running across the entire spread. All right. I'll go ahead and start putting these down. This top picture I think is Camp David. This here is the Situation Room. I don't know how much of the furniture and stuff is rescued from those, or if it's all recreated, but it is kind of cool to see what things look like, or did look like. It is funny to me, look at the computer monitor here, just funny, you can see right there, big old thick computer monitor. Just blows my mind how much technology has changed over time, and certainly you can see that through things like museums and my scrapbooks. I mean, I just think about when I started and I was using die cuts to cut out all of my letters, and certainly the Cricut machine has changed the way that I do scrapbooking, and and I like it. And my style, you know, is more about ephemera and the pictures, and so I do like to have good embellishments, but as you can see, my spreads are pretty simple, just because I think it's important for people to focus on the pictures. So here we go, the George H.W. Bush Presidential Museum. This is office spaces in the museum and then presidential vehicles. Hope you've enjoyed watching this. Would love to see your projects. Take care.